Hi guys, we're gonna watch some of Brighton videos. Brighton? Oh, it's a YouTuber. I think that's the name Brighton or something. I don't know. Play it.
Every day, we deliver for you, and we always will.
Without gaining any weight. What is my superpower, you ask? Well, even though you already know since you read the title, I'm going to say it anyways. My superpower is falling asleep super fast. Not the showiest of powers, but I'll take it. Be jealous. Honestly, I've talked to some people about it, and they say, oh, it takes me 3 hours to fall asleep every night. How are you not dead? Seriously, I'm convinced that if I couldn't sleep as fast as I do, then I would die. However, I get a taste of the pain people with insomnia deal with on Christmas night. Seriously, I think that I have only had a solid sleep on Christmas Eve once. Once! I'm just so excited, and I sit in my bed saying, oh my gosh, 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 oh my gosh. And doing that every night would definitely kill me. I honestly didn't know that it was abnormal how fast I fell asleep until one time I was having a sleepover with my best friends Cole and Travis, and in the morning they said, you fell asleep in 30 seconds. I didn't believe them, but they said, yeah, you got into your bed, said goodnight, and then 30 seconds later we asked if you were still awake and you didn't respond. But that story is nothing compared to the most recent one. My friend Dallin was sleeping over, and he says that I got into my bed and said goodnight. 30 seconds later, my little brother Brenner asked Dallin a question. Dallin said, I don't know. What do you think, Bryson? Bryson? Brenner? Both of us were gone, just like that. In the morning, he told us what had happened, and we were dying laughing. But sometimes I fall asleep on accident, mostly when I'm watching movies. Even if I'm super interested in the movie, once I have that first slow blink of drowsiness, I'll be asleep within 5 minutes. No matter how hard I try, gone. It's like this for my whole family, but especially for my mom. She'll say, okay, I'm going to bed, and we'll all say, oh, it must be 9 o'clock. Seriously, every night, come 9 o'clock, and my mom is instantly ready to go to bed. I'll probably make a separate video about dreams that I've had, but I want to talk about this specific one because it's so hilarious. So I was in Spanish class, and I guess it was the perfect temperature or something, but I fell asleep on my desk. But I was only half asleep. My eyes were closed and I couldn't move, but I could still hear what was happening in class. I had a dream about a hamburger, but the hamburger was saying exactly what the teacher was saying. Okay, everybody, pull out your Spanish notes. We're going to practice for the quiz next week. And oh my gosh, where am I? I woke up with a jolt, and for a second, I had no idea where I was. I will never look at that teacher the same way again. I called my ability to fall asleep a superpower, but imagine actually trying to use that against real criminals. Someone's robbing the bank! Help! Never fear, for I am here. Stop right there, criminals. How are you going to stop us? By doing this. Just gotta lay down real quick. He fell asleep on the floor in 5 seconds flat. That's a new world record. Hey, stop right there. Gotcha. Drat, his incredible distraction gave the cops enough time to catch us. No! I think that would be effective against criminals. Anyways, here's another thing I think about. Sleep is really weird. You close your eyes and you don't know that you exist for a few hours, and sometimes your mind plays a weird brain movie. So yeah, what's your superpower? Hey guys, I got a lot to say, so let's just get started. I'm really sorry for not uploading in a long time, but my philosophy is quality over quantity. I'd much rather take a long time making a good video than pump out garbage videos in short amounts of time. So yeah. Also, thank you.
Okay guys, this is the end of the video. And oh, hi, sorry, I ran into my little dog that is in front of her door and was licking her paws. Oh, I'm going to pet her when I want to hug her. I'm outside her door. I'm not going to close it on the line. Close the other door on. You're on to the next video from the same person, for the same YouTuber like me. I want to listen to that song that they made. This is their fourth time ever making it.
Welcome to my channel. It's nice to see you here. I like to tell stories, so please lend me your ear. I'd like to introduce
introduce myself, so please don't click away. If you want to know who I am, this is what I'd say. Hey, my name is Bryson, and this is who I am. I really like to make things. My favorite one's the ham. I know it's kind of strange, but I hope you'll stick around. I think that you'll find that I have my own unique sound. I really like to draw and make up my own worlds. I think that my videos are my imagination unfurled. I also love to sing, but I guess you already knew. I like to use my skills to entertain you. I'll kick your butt and smash bros with speed, grace, and ease. Even though he's low tier, I'll win with Kirby. Same thing for Mario Kart. You cannot beat me. Prepare to be demolished in 200cc. Hey, my name is Bryson, and this is who I am. I really like to make things. My favorite one's the ham. I know it's kind of strange, but I hope you'll stick around. I think that you'll find that I have my own unique sound. I love Harry Potter. I just can't get enough. I want to be a Gryffindor, but most likely I'm Hufflepuff. It would be
Let me see that again.
Gryffindor, but most likely I'm Hufflepuff.
Oh my god, a dog butt. That is a little inappropriate. A little bit inappropriate. No, I'm not gonna.
It would be so fun to cast spells and ride brooms, but in the end, my spells would probably spell doom. My family means the world. I love them all a ton. We love playing games together. It's so much fun. We'll always stick together throughout thick and thin. We learned and grown together in every place we've been. Avatar's my favorite show. I'd be in the water tribe. If you're a firebender, then please unsubscribe. I'd love to visit Gravity Falls, use the journal to explore. Searching through the mystery shack, hey, what's behind that door? I'd like to get serious for a second, if that's all. I forward. Thank you. This is who I am. Everyone, thank you. Hey, my name is Bryson, and this is who I am. I really like to make things. My favorite one's the ham. I know it's kind of strange, but I'm glad you stuck around. I hope that you've seen that we have our own unique sound.
That's one video.
Kinder Bueno. Wow. It's crispy. It's creamy. It's not your average chocolate bar. Smooth milk chocolate, crispy wafer, and creamy hazelnut filling. It's Kinder Bueno.
Hey guys, so today I've got a bit of a different video for you. My best friends, who happen to be triplets named Cole, Travis, and Ava from California, are visiting, and we've had so many funny stories, so we're gonna share some. First up is Cole.
Hey everyone, I'm Cole. So back when Bryson lived in California, we did scouts together. We liked it a lot, but the campouts were just a little too much for us sometimes. The other kids and our leaders would want to do these late night hikes and activities, but me and Bryson always just wanted to go to sleep. At one campout, after Bryson and I were all settled in for a good night's rest, the leaders barged into our tent and told us, "We're gonna have to wake you up later for a fireside, so don't get too comfortable." And we were so tired, and Bryson gets a little protective of his sleep, so he yelled back,
Don't you dare wake us up.
and as you all know, Bryson can go to sleep insanely fast. And it usually takes me at least an hour to fall asleep, so sometimes at these campouts, he would leave me in terrifying nature in favor of the comfort the sleep world provides. One time, we had to get our Wilderness Survival Merit Badge. This is basically where you have to make a shelter for yourself to camp in using just the resources around you and sleep in it. Ours was pretty basic. It was just comprised of a bunch of sticks leaning against a log, insulated with bark. Once we built the shelter, it was a long night of Bryson sleeping and me sitting there awake, freezing. But for some reason, we both ended up awake around 5 a.m. I was so cold, and our scout leader heard us talking and dropped a hand warmer into the shelter. I was so excited for the warmth, and Bryson and I took turns holding on to the hand warmer. But then Bryson fell asleep with it. I didn't want to be rude, so I didn't take it from him, but I didn't fall asleep at all that night. So trust me, I know a thing or two about Bryson's sleeping superpower.
Hi, I'm Travis. During the summer, Bryson, Cole, Ava, and I would ride our bikes downtown to get food and candy. It was a ton of fun, and we usually spent most of the day downtown hanging out. This one time, though, we were riding away from the candy shop, and Bryson was about to cross the road. He looked right, nothing. He looked left, nothing. Little did Bryson know that as he was looking away, a car sped out of the parking lot and zoomed towards him. Since Bryson had already looked right and left, he assumed it would be okay to cross the street. He began to cross only for the car to smash into his bike and for the windshield to hit his hand. Surprisingly, Bryson survived. Barely. Just kidding, he was fine. The car owner rolled down his window and said, "Yo fam, sorry, you good?" Bryson, being a polite little boy...
Shut up, Travis. I'm not a little boy. Fight me.
Shut up, Bryson, I'll wreck you. Being a polite little boy, Bryson said,
Yeah, I'm okay. It's fine.
"Cool," and he sped away. 2 seconds later, Bryson discovered that his bike wheel was horribly disfigured and barely rideable, the first of many bikes that Bryson would destroy.
Hi, I'm Ava, and I'm here to tell a story from way back during the worst 3 years ever, middle school. So the middle school we all attended in California puts on a musical every year that anyone can participate in. So when 7th grade rolled around, Bryson, my brothers, and I all decided to do the musical for that year, Beauty and the Beast. I was gifted with one of the worst parts in the show, one of the innumerable Gaston fangirls. Ugh. My brother Travis was Cogsworth the clock, Bryson was Lumiere the candlestick, and my other brother Cole was Chip the teacup. One thing I remember from this play was that part of Bryson's Lumiere costume was these giant fake candles that went over his hands like gloves and had light bulbs in them to make it look like they were actually lit with a flame. One day Bryson came to practice late and had to go on stage in costume. The light broke in one of his candlesticks during a scene, which legitimately triggered our director. We all watched in horror as she started yelling at Bryson that if he had been on time, she could have fixed it, and how irresponsible he was, even though it hadn't even been his fault. This literally ended up bringing Bryson to tears and caused his mascara to run down his face because he had been forced to wear makeup. So was I, who wore it better.
So yeah, living in California was pretty great, and I was very sad when my family had to move away. But we still keep in touch and are still best friends. I hope you all liked it. Bye. Greetings, friends. So I want to know...
Oh, stop. Okay, guys, we're gonna do this one. No. Help me. No. I'm dying. Cool. Oh, please, stop. No, please. Oh, God.
My imagination, part 3. Get ready for no transitions and 0 coherence. Also, please note that I realize how weird all this is, but I also think it's funny, so just bear with me and don't think I'm too weird. 3, 2, 1, go. So this creature here is called a ham. It's the mascot of the channel, as we all know, and it's the creature that me and my friends made up together. I imagine them to come in all different sizes and have all different kinds of voices.
A. Then A. Can I have something to eat? A.
I can understand you when you're...
So hams are great and all, but I want to talk about the many other creatures that me and my friends have imagined together. This one here is called a bursker. They're like mosquitoes, except that when they bite you, it changes your gravity.
I'm sorry. No.
Can I see the other thing? Can I have some chocolate?
This is a pithecus. It's
kind of
kind of similar to a ham, but they evolve into many different things, like this one, the froggy ithecus. We have a lot of other evolutions, but we haven't decided how to draw them yet. This is a gremlin. Like the pithecus, there are lots of different types of them. There are normal gremlins, cat gremlins, dog gremlins, etc. But there are also grapple gremlins. They have stretchy arms that can grapple around. Whee! This one is called a gromper. They are huge and walk around like this. Up, yep, 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 yep. Most of them are gentle giants, but some of them, along with some of the other creatures, are evil. This is a Klishkin. They are big giant slabs with mouths that smash around like this. I also imagine some of the creatures to wear wizard hats and can do magic. Okay, next thing. What if 2 guys were holding each other's hands like this, and then one swung the other around like this? Hop! And then this guy up here swings the other one up to here. Hop! They aren't touching the ground and are just swinging each other through the sky. Hop, day, hop, ay, 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 hop, day, hop, day, hop, day, ay, ay, yo. What if there was a game where you and another person wore a helmet that's connected and you both go to sleep and you can have a dream battle with the other person and anything you make up becomes real? 3, 2, 1, battle! Klishkin beam! Cosmic super shield! Hammer of 1,000,000,000,000 tons! Smash! Bursker wings! Along with ham sky bazooka! No! So I have an overactive imagination. Wow, Bryson, you don't say. I know. But anyways, since my imagination is as crazy as it is, I run scenarios in my head all the time, like these ones. What if that guy tried to punch me? Well, obviously, I would dodge it like a ninja and continue dodging. And then I would catch his punch and throw him on the ground. And then I would use Klishkin beam! But this also means that when it's dark and I hear any kind of noise, then my brain instantly goes to, there's a robber in the house and we're all gonna die. Just the other day, I was walking to the kitchen past a dark hallway that led to a bathroom in my house, and I thought I saw something move in the bathroom. But my brain instantly started rationalizing. There's nothing there, no one would go to the bathroom without turning on the light. You're just seeing things. But then I saw a foot step out of the bathroom. Oh shoot, there's totally something there, we're gonna die! So I screamed like a girl, only to see my brother-in-law, Kyle, walk out looking at me. Did that seriously scare you that bad? Yes. I guess Kyle likes pooping in the dark. Side note, I call Kyle my brother-in-law, but we refer to each other as regular brothers because we're best friends. He used to be a Marine, and he's super buff and intimidating, and he's really cool. He's married to my amazing sister, Brittany, and they have 2 babies, Hank, who's almost 2 years old, and Brock, who was just born this January. Here, I'll show you real quick. So here's Brock. Hey, baby. Oh. What's up, baby? He's a baby. And here's Hanky. Can you say hi? There he is. Oh no. There's a baby. Ooh. Oh, oh. Get you. He's gonna get you. Oh, Hank, can you jump? Oh, yeah, that's good jumping. This is Dixie. She's the one that got sprayed in the face by a skunk. Oh, yeah. And this is Bear. He's a big boy. Oh, Bear. And this is Stella. Hey, Pupper. Oh, it's Hank. Can you say hi to the dogs?
Hi, doggy.
Hank, say hi. Say Dixie. Are you laying in the dog bed? Do you like the dog bed? Are you a dog? One more time. Bye.
Bye.
Aww. So yeah, they're all really cute. Speaking of cute, I want to talk about the ham again, because I feel like it's still kind of shrouded in confusion and mystery. I'll try and do my best to explain it. Hams are peaceful and immortal creatures. They roam the land making friends. They are a symbol of friendship and love. And even though I've said it before, to avoid confusion, I want to make sure that we all know which part of the ham is which. These are the eyes, and this is the mouth. It's kind of like a cat mouth, see?
Hey.
This is its belly, and these are little symbols they have. It's kind of like it's blushing. The reason I say this is because people always think that the belly is the mouth, and the mouth is the nose. And that looks really weird to me. But just so we're all clear, that is wrong. Very incorrect. Okay, here's another thing I think about. What if a person could run exponentially faster with each step? So for anybody who's not good at math, like me, I'll explain what an exponential function is. For example, the exponential function we will use is 2 to the power of x. So at 1 second, you would be going 2 miles an hour. At 2 seconds, you would be going 4 miles an hour. At 3 seconds, you would be going 8 miles an hour. And at 14 seconds, you would be going 16 miles an hour. So basically what an exponential function means is that as time goes on, you accelerate at a faster and faster rate. Imagine if somebody could run in this manner. Hop, 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 So thanks for coming along on yet another strange delve into the mind of Bryson. To end this video off, I want to give you all a gift. Ta-da! This is a ham dollar. Print it out and give it to your friend to show them how much you care about them. Just look in the description of this video and you can print them out. I'll have one without color too if you don't want to spend too much ink. Me and my friends used to make little things like these all the time to give to each other, and now you can too. Do you guys want a part 4? Let me know in the poll. Okay, thank you so much for watching.
Again, everybody. I'm going to talk about science class. I like science class. Do you guys like science class? I like science class. Anyways, in my science class, we were learning about surface tension. Surface tension happens because water molecules are strongly attracted to each other. This allows some insects to walk on water. It lets that weird bubble thing happen at the top of the glass, and it's why belly flops hurt so much. So my science teacher told us that surface tension in water molecules is pretty strong, but if you add soap, it breaks the surface tension. But she told us that one teacher used to teach his students about this by taking a water skater, you know, those little bugs that can walk on water, and put him in water and then put soap in the water. The water skater would then sink into the water. He saved the bug, but that got me wondering. The water skater was okay, physically, but was it really okay, mentally? Just imagine him talking to his water skater therapist. I was just walking when all of a sudden I sunk into the ground. It was like everything I've ever known is a lie, and that it could happen again at any moment. I don't know what's real anymore, man. And his therapist is all like, "Don't worry, we'll take care of it. Just calm down." Then the therapist talks him off a cliff and he's fine. Only to have the same thing happen to him the next period when the teacher is teaching that lesson again. Can you imagine how psychologically damaging that must be? Just imagine walking down the street one day when, My science teachers have also told me about how the Earth is spinning at like 1,000 miles per hour, but we can't even feel it. And that got me wondering again. What if the Earth just all of a sudden stopped rotating? Will that send everyone flying away in one direction at 1,000 miles per hour off the planet? Ah! Actually, I Googled it. Turns out that something pretty close to that would actually happen. Most of the surface of the Earth would suddenly be jettisoned into space. Angular momentum is a crazy thing. I feel like people in the food industry use technical and scientific words to sell stuff. They say stuff like, oh, it's organic. Well, organic just means of, relating to, or derived from living organisms. Therefore, all things made from plants and animals are organic. So you could just slap that sticker on all the other foods. Yeah, I know that it legally means something else now, but that's stupid. You can't just steal words like that. They already have meanings. Give us our words back. At least organic foods are somewhat okay, I guess. What if food scientists actually advertised foods how they actually were really made? Ooh, this chicken was injected with hormones and lived in a warehouse its whole life. Ooh, if I eat this, my toilet will never be unclogged again. Ooh, literally none of the ingredients on this aren't from a laboratory. But that wouldn't make us much money, and we can't have that. Ugh. I guess money really is the root of all evil. It's like this. Hey, excuse me? Yeah, what you're doing is wrong on all levels. I'm fine with that. And now I'd like to talk about some things that blow my mind. So look at the cell. If you zoom in a ton, then here's an atom. And if you zoom in even more, you see the nucleus of the atom. Well, what would happen if you kept zooming in forever? An atom's nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons, and then looking further, we now know that those particles are composed of quarks, leptons, and bosons. Well, what makes up those? And what makes up those? And on and on. Are atoms really just tiny universes in and of themselves? Are there an infinite amount of universes within my body? If so, then by that logic, does that mean there's an infinite amount of things bigger than us? Are we the atom of some cell? Some infinitely small speck? How can we ever know? Does everything include nothing? Does nothing even exist? Is there truly a place where there is nothing? How can there be if there is everything that we know? Is science just our sad and pathetic efforts to understand a minuscule amount of the observable universe that could never even amount to anything because of what we can't see and what we don't know, what we don't even know? Okay, well, good luck going to sleep tonight. Bye. Okay.
You know what? The way you care for your baby is absolutely perfect. And that inspired our perfect diaper, our softest yet with trusted.
Hello, everyone. So I have recently discovered a new pet peeve of mine, flies. It turns out that it takes a long time to animate these videos, so I have been sitting in one place for longer than I normally do. This leaves me open for the annoyance that is flies. I had no problem with flies before this. I would just think, oh, a fly, that's annoying, whatever. But now, the most annoying part of them is that they land on me and walk around and crap, usually right when I'm super focused on finishing an animation or something. So my natural reaction is, of course, to end their existence by hitting them. But guess what? Flies have these awesome ninja dodging skills. Okay, and can we just talk for a second about what flies get out of this exchange? Like, mosquitoes land on you to suck your blood, and even though that's annoying and itchy, they actually have a purpose. Also, horseflies, same thing. They get a tasty chunk of skin out of the exchange. So while I also hate them, it at least makes sense. But flies don't make sense. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Do they feed on anger or something? Because otherwise you have no reason to land on me. I mean, they're just like, I'm gonna land on this guy and annoy him for no reason. Fun fact, one time we were on a family road trip, and one of our 2 dogs at the time noticed that there was a fly in the car. It flew by our old dog Duke, and chomp! He ate the fly right out of the air. If I was a fly, that's how I would want to go down. I'd be all like, okay, I'm going in. I'm going to try and annoy this huge pit bull for no reason. It will be legendary. Then comes the darkness. And there's always that one fly that flies around your head and keeps landing on you and uses its super ninja dodging ability to avoid getting hit. So I had been on the computer, and it landed on me for what had to have been the 50th time that day. That was the last straw. I went and got a fly swatter and walked into the office and closed the doors, blocking off its escape path. And I literally said out loud, "It's just you and me, fly. You don't get to live anymore." And the hunt began. I saw it on the table, and before I even swung, it started flying again. I was following it with my eyes, but it crossed over one of the many black things in the office, and I lost sight of it. Because you can see it when the background is a light color, but not when the background is dark. So I stood still, waiting for my eyes to catch any signs of movement. Then I felt it land on my arm and start crawling around. I felt it with its stupid idiot dumb feet. It's taunting me! I tried to smack it, but it flew away and onto a chair. I held up the fly swatter. Oh, and by the way, if you're a creature and people invent a tool designed specifically to kill you, then that's a really clear sign that you're annoying and stupid and you shouldn't exist. Anyways, I held up the fly swatter and I destroyed it. Also, there were like 3 flies between the window and the blinds, and I killed all of them as well. Yes, humans' position at the top of the ecological chain preserved. You are welcome. Okay, I'm not done yet. Another thing that makes me angry is just the sound they make. Just the stupid bzzz, and then they run into a wall and it's like bzzz. Ugh, I kid you not, that sound now gives me anxiety. Honestly, that could be a good torture method. Tie someone to a chair and put them in a room filled with thousands of flies. And they can't move, and they just have to sit there and let the stupid flies crawl all over them. If someone used that torture method on me, I would last 10 minutes tops. Okay, I'll tell you where the secret base is. Just please get me away from these flies. So the moral of the story is, flies are stupid. Literally, their only purpose is to fly around, poop, and be eaten by other cool bugs, like spiders. Spiders are super scary, and I totally scream every time I see one, but they're actually pretty cool. And spiders are also great because they murder flies. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hold on, don't end the video. Literally, as I was animating this, my brother Brody, knowing full well about the fly's ninja dodging skills, decided to one-up the flies with superior human intelligence. He saw a fly on the wall, and knowing that this fly would zip away as soon as he saw movement, decided to play right into this. He carefully placed himself behind the fly and intentionally clapped about a foot behind the fly. The fly, seeing the movement, got scared and immediately flew off the wall directly into the clap. Wha-bam! The fly caught the full force of the clap directly in the face and died immediately, slowly spinning to the ground. Take that, flies! Okay, bye everyone. Hey guys, sorry this video took a while to get out. I had a lot of stuff going on, and also school's starting now.
Fiber rich? Maybe. The right balance of nutrients to meet their growing puppy needs? Not so much.
Guys, did you see the new intro? I think it's pretty good, but I've seen some people ask me about my intro, so now I'm going to tell you about it. The little creature at the beginning is called a ham. Don't ask why, I just like the way ham sounded. Anyways, me and my best friends Cole and Travis created them, and they basically became the symbol of our friendship. So that's what my name is. Ham plus animations equals Haminations. There's other ways you could spell it, but I like the way this one sounded. But some people get confused about which part is which. These are the eyes. This is the mouth, and this is the tummy, and these are its blushies. The ham led up to the creation of many other creatures and things that I'm about to talk about. So here we go, my imagination part 2. You already know it's going to be weird, but this one is extra special because we have Moz here from the Amazing.
Hey Bryson, thanks for having me on, mate. And I love this topic, so why don't you start it off, mate?
Okay, here we go. The word encumbered. To me, that just sounds like some strange cucumber with legs that runs around absorbing people. Help! I'm being encumbered!
Okay, that's a pretty good one. What else do you have?
What if microscopic life was like cartoony? Look into the microscope, looking at the cells, and...
La 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 la. Oh, hey there, big guy looking down at me. Oh, hey, get out of here, bacteria.
But I'm the good kind of bacteria.
Oh, okay.
I lied.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I got one. What if airplanes had to flap their wings to fly? I think that would make them a lot more interesting to watch, but a lot more frightening to be in.
I love it. You know how a newborn horse can pretty much walk instantly? And you know how a newborn human can't do anything? Well, what about a newborn centaur? The horse half would be able to run around while the baby part would just be flopping around. Think about that for a second. Teleportation is in a lot of sci-fi movies, but has anyone ever thought about this? What if you accidentally teleported into the same space another person was occupying? I'm gonna teleport.
Walking to work. Walking to work. Walking to work.
Someone help us! We're stuck together!
Somebody help us!
So you guys already know that I like to personify stuff, right? So this one day, I was walking to school with my friend, and I picked a leaf off a tree, and I said, "This is Big John the leaf. He's a role model for all the other leaves." My friend didn't really care, and he just looked at me like I was crazy. I mean, he's not wrong. Anyways, I take the train to school, so we waited for the train, and when it came, the wind of the train blew Big John out of my hands. I started walking to pick him up when my friend stomped on Big John and juiced him across the concrete. Big John! No! So there you have it. Strange things that my mind has conjured up. Should I do a part 3? Vote up in the poll.
Everyone in the neighborhood hates us.
You boys want some peanut butter cookies?
Oh, she's threatening us. I'm freaking out. We can make people like us. Courtesy of Corvo. These are hard to control.
Hey guys, what you are about to hear is one of the most legendary camping stories in my family. Gather around. My family loves camping, and we had actually completely worn out our last camper. It was literally falling apart. One of the corners of the roof didn't work, and we held it up with a pole. There was duct tape all over the place, and most of the zippers were completely busted. We had finally gotten a new one, so we were really excited for its maiden voyage. So we loaded up the new camper with new sheets, new pillows, new blankets, and we were off. When not 2 turns later, we heard a big thump. We went out back, and our bike rack had fallen off the back of the camper. Not just the rack, but the whole back bumper fell off. We should have taken it as a bad omen, but nope. My parents went back to the house to get the necessary tools to fix the back bumper, and my oldest brother, Brody, thought he could help by throwing the bikes on top of the camper. When he did, one of the bike pedals punctured the roof of our brand new camper. What were you thinking, Brody? The brand new camper now had a busted back bumper and a nice big hole in the roof, and we hadn't even used it yet. We were literally 50 yards from our house. This is why we can't have nice things! Anyways, we all got back in the car and kept driving. We got there, set up, and had a ton of fun with our friends. A couple nights into the trip, we were all in our bed sleeping when I was woken up by our dog, Dixie, whining at the door. Brody assumed she had to go to the bathroom, so we opened the door and she ran out. Big mistake. The actual reason Dixie wanted to come out was because she heard something in the bushes. She snuck around the bushes when Dixie had been sprayed by a skunk. She came booking it back to the camper smelling like pure death. Like seriously, that's what I imagine death to smell like. Just imagine taking a sewage plant, rancid milk, and that one kid in your school that has only ever taken 1 shower in his entire life, and putting them in a blender. This was worse. It was what I imagined Satan would want in one of his scented candles. Just, ooh, storm of 1,000 skunk farts. My favorite. Oh. She was whining and rubbing her face on everything. New sheets, destroyed. New pillows, destroyed. New blankets, destroyed. New camper, destroyed. It even woke up my dad, who can sleep through anything. He said it was the first time a smell actually woke him up. After the shock started to wear off and the smell started to set in, my dad decided to take Dixie to the showers and try and get rid of the smell.
Oh my god! That was just funny. Oh my god. We gotta want that again. Do you want that again?
She snuck around the bushes when Dixie had been sprayed by a skunk. She came booking it back to the camper smelling like pure death. Like seriously, that's what I imagine death to smell like. Just imagine taking a sewage plant, rancid milk, and that one kid in your school that has only ever taken 1 shower in his entire life, and putting them in a blender. This was worse. It was what I imagined Satan would want in one of his scented candles. Just, ooh, storm of 1,000 skunk farts. My favorite. Oh. She was whining and rubbing her face on everything. New sheets, destroyed. New pillows, destroyed. New blankets, destroyed. New camper, destroyed. It even woke up my dad, who can sleep through anything. He said it was the first time a smell actually woke him up. After the shock started to wear off and the smell started to set in, my dad decided to take Dixie. No, worse. It was what I imagined Satan would want in one of his scented candles. Just, storm of 1,000 skunk farts. My favorite. Oh. She was whining and rubbing her face on everything. New sheets, destroyed. New pillows, destroyed. New blankets, destroyed. New camper, destroyed. It even woke up my dad, who can sleep through anything. He said it was the first time a smell actually woke him up. After the shock started to wear off and the smell started to set in, my dad decided to take Dixie to the showers and try and get rid of the smell. I still remember him saying, I'm pretty sure in the dad handbook it says if the family dog gets sprayed by a skunk, the dad has to take care of it. Those words have gone down in the family history books. This was one of those campgrounds that charged quarters to use showers. So my dad took a fistful of quarters and all the shampoo, yes, all of it, and gave Dixie like 20 showers. She was miserable, and I'm pretty sure he was too. Honestly, the showers hardly did anything. She still smelled crazy bad, and our entire camper that we had just bought 1 week ago now had a broken bumper, a big hole in the roof, and now it smelled like death. When we got home, we tried all of the skunk smell remedies that the internet could provide. We tried tomato juice, vinegar, some enzyme concoction, special shampoos, hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, vanilla extract, and on. But honestly, nothing worked but time. It was funny because for months after, we could tell exactly where the skunk hit Dixie. It was on the left side of her face and left leg. Yep, that is exactly where it smelled. Several months later, Dixie finally stopped smelling, and about 6 months later, our camper finally stopped smelling. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Dog got sprayed by a skunk, no biggie. Upside is, we learned clearly just how bad something could possibly smell, which is now how we gauge all future smells. Good to have perspective. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
Now that we learn new ways to play, let's not go back to the same old way. When we all start to go back outside, don't forget all the new things we tried. There's joy in the world with the different flow. Let's stay playful. Oreo.
Hey everybody, I've got another story for you. So when I lived in North Carolina, we had brick stairs leading up to our front door, and one of the bricks on the corner was missing. And every time you walked up to the porch, you would see that brick was missing. So my mom, after years of having to look at that stupid missing brick, she decided to replace it. Which is actually way harder than it sounds, because our house was old and they didn't make that kind of brick anymore. However, we had one more corner brick that didn't have holes in it that my mom could use to replace it. Anyways, the point is she spent a ton of time adding a brick to the stairs. We were going to go to the pool that day, so my mom left the sledgehammer that she had been using to chip off the old mortar so that she could put the new brick in, and she went inside and told me, my little brother, and his 2 friends to go outside to the car. We walked outside and I noticed the brick. I had been living in that house for years, and I was used to there being a brick missing. This new brick looked so strange to me, and I felt like it didn't belong. So the obvious next step in my stupid idiot little head was, that brick doesn't belong. I should smash it with this sledgehammer. So I completely destroyed it. Oh gosh, why? So then me, my brother, and his 2 friends got into the car. A little while later, my mom and dad walked out, and my mom saw that hours and hours of work and years of trying to find the right brick had just been destroyed. And let me just tell you something. Everyone has a scary parent. Most people say it's usually the dad, but oh no, definitely not. My mom is horrifying when she's mad. My dad's not nearly as scary. So my mom was so mad, and she obviously knew that it was one of us 4. She marched up to the car, sledgehammer in hand, whipped the car door open, and screamed, "Who smashed that brick?" And boom, instant betrayal. All 3 of them turned and pointed to me. I remember thinking, this is the end. My mom, with fire in her eyes, screamed, "What were you thinking?" The only thing I could manage to say was, because the honest truth was I wasn't thinking at all, and I just sat there shaking like an idiot and waited for my approaching demise. My mom turned and chucked the sledgehammer across our entire yard and onto the neighbor's yard. Obviously, since I lived to make this video, you can tell that I wasn't destroyed that day. But it cost my mom a ton of work, and I still feel so bad about it. What was I thinking? Anyways, now, years later, this is one of our favorite family stories, and me and my mom still laugh about it. Probably because at that moment, fueled with rage, my mom could have easily won the Highland Games, the way she caber-tossed that sledgehammer. Yeah, she's definitely the scary one. Sorry, Dad. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
I hope that I can post it still. Okay, goodbye, guys.